Hey guys, we're going to be playing Sekiro Shadows Die Twice again. I don't remember making an extra save. I've made it most of the way to this game already. Let's save. I'd say it's positive, so I've already streamed this once, so we aren't starting from the beginning. But for those of you who do not know what this game is a predecessor to the Dark Souls games. We're going to Unseen cool. But they are my personal favorite developers, actually. Give me a second. I'm pulling up my stream chat so I can see what things are happening. Sure don't make it easy to find your stuff on the whole phone. Oh hey David, it's been a long time, bud. Oh, I need to... I think my microphone turned off. Oh, I need to... Nope, okay, we're good. I was making sure that my microphone was still good. How you been, man? Yeah, you're gonna see my settings. So. There you go. That should be significantly louder. Okay. I honestly don't remember where I was. So, it's gonna be a little sketchy side of things. And for those, like, if you don't understand what the Dark Souls games are, basically it's a whole rage fest of hatred. And, you'll see why here in a minute. And if you die, you lose half of every single thing that you had before. So that really sucks. And upgrading, of course, costs money. Yeah, dude, I hate standardized tests. I also think they would have been better off without them. Especially since the curriculums don't teach the same, they need to have standardized lessons if you're going to have standardized tests. But, if for... Okay, let me set all these people. So okay, so there's a certain system here. First of all, your arm was cut off in the battle off every game. So you'll notice that his left arm is actually a prosthetic, which is made out of the bones of a legendary shinobi warrior. Of course, that does the grappling hook. I'm not going to show you right now because it would waste a few things, and things are really hard to get in this game, but you can also use shurikens. Actually, I can use them in this situation. That's a shuriken. It costs one of those little tiny crosses that you see at the bottom right of the screen. That can be used to break somebody's attack and stuff like that. But to block in this game, of course, you can block, which is better than this. But the only way to break somebody's thing is to either brute force them, whenever this guy hits, I'm going to hit block right before he hits me with a sword. That way, I can get away and I wasn't open to stand. So notice he has a red health bar right below. Here, let me turn down the game. Turn me up and turn the game down. You guys gonna see this again? Sorry, it's very unprofessional, but it was kind of a moment's notice when I started streaming. But that breaks down their parry, which is right below their health bar. You'll notice it whenever I attack them. Or not their parry, it's called their poise or their stance, which if you've played any of the old Souls games, was actually one of the most useless things in the game. Yeah, okay. Bionic arm, left side. Not really bionic, you'll notice it's made out of strings. Of course it makes grappling hooks. I can always use, or I can also use things like this nunchuck, or not nunchuck, wow, I'm so back. Ninja star. That uses a cross on the bottom right side. I pick up those are called souls, and I can pick them up whenever I kill people. If I die, I can also be revived once, because my character has a thing called the Dragon's Blood, which makes him a little bit harder to kill, and makes it to where you can revive one time. But, well, yeah, I didn't tell you guys about the Dragon Blood, sorry. But, yeah, so that's part. Crap. I'm trying to think about all the things that you guys should probably know. While I'm looking around, there are also more things that I can unlock for the Shinobi tool. This is called a prosthetic tool. It's called a Shinobi Fang, is what it's actually called. But you can find more of these, and you can also level them up. This is a healing gourd. Every single time I use that little blue statue that you see over there, it refills my healing gourd. I have 2 of these uses per life or rest, and it always fills up half of my health bar. Of course, there's always pellets, which heals 25% and heals it over time, which can also be cancelled if you get hit. And that's all you need to know right now. There's only so much. Oh, I hate these. There's not like a way to look. I really, really, really love the art style of this game. Of course, I've already beaten it once. The end boss of this game was actually broken for me for a while, and I had to deal with that. Oh, and if you have played the old Dark Souls, this is not actually connected to the world, which is surprising because even Bloodborne, which was like the Victorian times, was still connected, but it is not. On this one, let me make sure there's nobody else around. Oh, and another huge thing that did not happen in any of the other Dark Souls games, but I love in this one, is the ability to go into stealth, which I'll show you in a second if I pull this off right. I should be able to silence it. Nope, I didn't. We're gonna have a huge problem. See, whenever he was about to attack, I deflected that. Super, super important for the master. And if I stop talking while I'm fighting people, you'll have to excuse me because it takes tons of focus for this game. There's also not a stamina bar like there used to be in the old games, which is both a blessing and a curse because it made the enemies weaker, because they also do not have stamina bars. There's a little bit of a cheesy thing here. I'm gonna get completely destroyed just fighting one of people. But if you rapidly tap the blocking thing like this, it goes so fast that they actually can't get through, but you have a small chance of clearing them, which is something I don't like to use all the time. Now you guys know if you do play the game. Plus, by that time I can also break your guards. Oh, and that revive thing that I was talking about earlier is nice, but it also does this thing called Dragon Rot. And if you revive too many times, the main characters of the game, like that man that I started up next to whenever I first started, will start to come down with a sickness because his blood starts to become corrupted from the amount of times they're reviving. There's not really a very good story on that based off of that. I mean, later in the game you can learn how to do that, but it's not really ever explained, or I'll try to explain it to you. Another big thing is that there are these sugars, which I think this is the one that makes you... No, okay, that one's the one that gives you extra damage resistance, which is something I should be using now. Okay, these guys. I'm going back. Okay. Oh, for some reason that let me jump off the edge though. I'm gonna have to play a little bit of an aerial. Gonna switch rounds. Actually, I need that. Just full damage. So there are things I can collect around here. I'm going to be focusing on. And unlike the other games where there were moments where you were completely immune to damage while you were rolling and stuff, that is not a part of this game. So you do have to watch out. So I have a few revives, but I also have some shortcuts. So I'll try and use those in this situation. I'll use this pod. The only problem with the pellet is that it's not something that pops up every single time. Okay, I think I'm going to go down this one. No, yeah, that's it. Here's where you can see where the revive thing is. I'm going to risk it and use it in this situation just because I don't want to have to deal with him again. But in most situations you wouldn't want to use it because that dragon really does something. I think I got everything that I need, but we're going to do something that I like to call completely cheating, which is we're not actually going to cheat, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Unseen aid. That's surprising because of dragon rot. Unseen aid. Another thing that I forgot to explain is if I pause, I think it's. I'm sure it should be around here. Well, there's a way to see it, but there's a certain percentage that if you die, you keep all your stuff, which is a good way of making the game more peaceful. And yes, yeah, he has a very large mood in the morning. But it's a really good way to keep that. But if you have more dragon rot, that percentage goes down. So as you get dragon rot, your NPCs can die, which can kill off merchants, which is something you really do not want. And you also have the risk of losing all of your unseen aid.
Over there!
Get a sniper here. Take seconds. They're pretty much the biggest problem with that. Forgot to raise them. Shoot up there. Yeah, I still have 12, no, honestly, I can't remember what this one does. Obtaining items. That's actually pretty useful. So if I use that, I'll obtain more stuff. Oh. Okay, so apparently they have shirts and stuff. There are quite a few of them as well. I'm going to let myself die here because I messed up and I didn't go stealth before I got into the big guy. No, whenever I was sneaking up behind him, I was sneaking up behind him because if you can get behind people, just like in Skyrim, you can get a backstab, which does one of their health bars. You'll notice that little circle every single time. Oh, dip, see? Now he's coughing because I used the revive. Oh, great. That spot on his eye is also from the dragon rot that he's dealing with.
You're awake.
Sorry. Had stuff in my throat.
Your death is not your fate. Just yet.
Yep, see, rot essence, and it sucks. There is pretty much no way of actually getting rid of it. Oh yeah, this is a full explanation so you guys can see it. I'll give you a second to read this, or I can read it to you actually. The more one with the power of the dragon's heritage dies, the more a sickness known as dragon rot spreads throughout the world. If one known to Wolf is coughing and wheezing, it is likely they are afflicted with dragon rot. The more rot essence a wolf has, the lower the chances of receiving unseen aid. And they actually really don't explain unseen aid to you.
Have you
that's
seen
not that big
all
a
I know
deal.
that the dragon's heritage can bestow the however. Repeated use leads to stagnation, which will eventually reach a point where it overflows. This causes those
Oh yeah,
who do
most
not
of the
have
faces in
power
this game don't
to
move.
become sick.
Like her
A
face moving
disease
is really surprising to
known
me.
as dragon rot.
Like they'll just talk
He
and
knew
stare
much
at you
about
without
it.
moving their mouth, and it
Even
really
so,
bothers me.
He was unable to determine a cure. Forgive me.
Is there a way to treat this dragon rot?
I do not know. However, it must be stopped. I am unsure. But the first step is to look through my mentor's research.
Okay, you pretty much explained it. I have a gourd seed. I do not. Okay.
Goodbye.
Let's go ahead and just move. Pretty sure this was where it was. If you guys see a path off to the sides of where I am, and I do not go there, make sure to remind me about it, because it is very, very important that I find everything. And I don't think I've missed much, but I don't really know. I know there's a way to get to that temple out there, I just can't remember how. Every single part of this map that you see right now is actually part of the game, except for the, just normal mountains with trees on them. But if they have a building on them, it is actually, in fact, possible to get to that area, which I think is pretty cool. And I really love the dynamic movement of this game in comparison to the old Dark Souls games, which, if you guys want, I can play those on stream as well. But it just really adds a whole new level to the gameplay. We're gonna try to do an aerial on this man. To not be stuck in there this time. Oh yeah, and they also can't climb it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this man out. That will also give me a chance. So, I did equip it, okay. So this fistful of ash that you see, it takes a second to launch, but allows me to blind people. So if I do this, break the card, just a second, long enough to start breaking. Oh, that was impressive. I don't know. I needed to get a kill on that man, but not. Oh. It's a whole lot of just a stare down. Most of this game is, it's kind of hard to go from block to unblock to reblock, so you just really don't want to. Just kind of just sit there and stare at them while trying to attack Okay. Let's go about and collect the items. Ceramic shards are also useful. Those are more for stealth purposes, though. You can throw those next to people while you're in stealth, and it will distract them, like other objects in the middle of your solid games. I'm trying to remember where I need to go. I should know this better. I'm not going to pick this up. Oh, one for gold this time. So it's like the old balloon, but if I break this one, it will pick up more gold instead of just items. But since you can't find weapons in this game or anything like that, the whole having no items thing is Look around here. Okay, yes, this old lady is very, very important. I will show you guys why in a minute. Wait until the next time I die, though.
Oh, is that you, Inosuke? My son. Have you seen the young master?
I am not your son.
There you go again, Inosuke. You always tease that I'm getting senile, but a mother knows her own son. Well, anyway, take this bell. It's a charm I made with the young master in mind. Please, offer it to Buddha for his sake.
Okay, so this bell, actually I'm not going to ruin it for you guys because I plan on doing it while I'm playing today, but this bell will unlock a whole new part of the game. I think there is something behind this building. Oh, it's one of these douche turkeys. Oh, it's another douche turkey. No, Okay, I'm gonna die from the douche turkey. Swear to Jesus. Don't. Okay, pick up space. Okay, got it, douche turkeys.
Who is it? Is somebody there?
Yes.
That voice. No. Could it be? Sir, my name is Inosuke Nogami, a vassal of the Hirata family. Or at least I was. I ask a favor. Might you look in on the old lady in that house? She's my mother, but her mind is failing. She cannot tell one from another.
I met your mother. She gave me a bell.
She did she? You have my thanks. That bell's troubled her for a long, long time. She kept muttering incoherently. Something about offering it to Buddha.
Yep, so, that's sad. This entire time she's been sitting here ringing this bell right next to her dying son that can't get to her because he's dying. But anyway, past that, because it's horribly sad and I don't like thinking about it. We're gonna go ahead and do some stealth souls. We're gonna try to do some sketchy crap. No, if I go there, then I'm going to ruin myself. So, I need to lose this guy. Let's get up here. Because since I do not see any items down there, which I am going to most definitely take the Bliss's way out of this situation. Yeah, most definitely not any items, so what we're going to do is we're just going to skip that part because I'm only so good at fighting, and I'm trying to move on, so. And I don't even know what that dude is up there, but he looks like he would suck to take on. The only problem with that is that normally if there is a new enemy, I don't know, let's try. Let's see how this goes out for us. Thank you, as far enough away that I don't have to worry about him. That's it. Oh yes, okay, that's super useful. I need to start stashing up on that. Oh, and most items in this game can only be held in 3 or 5s, so if you pick up more than that, while you were at one of those sculptures, you can actually go into an inventory of all of your over-collected items. Which, after a little while, there's a surprising amount of them. There's something down there. Check that out in just a second. Okay, perfect. They cannot see me here. Pellets. I always need those. Since I get my butt kicked so often. Let's just go ahead and take a leap of faith here. That is not a good idea. I do not see anything to grab onto on that side. I'm not entirely sure where we go from here. Just try to see if we can. Okay. Perfect. 2 of them. That's really nice. Okay, so there's a trick with moving possession balloons. And it's that if you had already killed somebody and then you use the balloon, whatever you pick up off of them, ooh, that's super useful. It's also used to upgrade the prosthetic tool. But if you use that balloon after you've already killed people, the things that you collect off of them will also be enhanced even though they're already dead before that happened. It's just nice to keep in mind. That's gonna kill me. That's pretty good. Okay. What's over the ridge here? Something about the red lights down there unsettle me. Oh, perfect, a statue. So I'm just get that while we still can. Oh, it's another douche crow. I'm gonna keep naming it a different bird every single time, so just expect that. What's this? Give it a rest. So that we can get our gourd back, and then let's travel to the dilapidated temple so I can show you guys what that bell does. That boy that you just saw in that picture is the master of this man. This man is a shinobi, which means that he has given his entire life in order to protect somebody. And that boy is the person he's protecting. I wonder if there's an item back here. There is an item back here. I do like money, so. It's only like 900 coins, but that's 900 more than I had before, so.
What are you doing?
Be quiet so you can listen to this.
I didn't realize you were here. The sculptor has been coughing blood. I took a sample of this blood for my dragon rot research.
A sample of his blood?
Yes, blood that he's coughed up. The color of the blood itself appears to be tainted,
Still
stagnant,
streaming, dude.
but the sculptor's blood alone isn't enough to reach any conclusion.
Is there anything I can do?
Yes. Bring me samples of blood coughed up by others that suffer from the dragon rot. If I have more, I'll be able to learn more about the disease.
If I come across anyone afflicted by the dragon rot, I'll ask them.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I remember there was a gourd seed nearby, I just can't remember where it was. But let's use this bell. You'll notice that this statue is very, very different from the rest of the statues in the room. I honestly really don't like these statues because they give me the creeps. But anyway, pray.
Close your eyes. Hear the bell speak to you. The bell's chime will stir your thoughts and awaken old memories from their slumber.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what's weird about this game is, or not this game, but this level is that you'll notice that it's actually not part of the main levels, and you spend almost half of your game time in this, which is really strange because you can't really skip through this one. I almost went through that whole thing without getting the scalpers out. Let's go ahead and rest just to make sure we got everything built up again. That was not at all what I meant to. Just probably using that one. Okay. So, this is the actual main map, but as you saw, it said that it was 3 years ago. I don't know the full story on this one, but I do know that apparently the war was just starting, and so it wasn't just you in the war, which is the thing that I don't know if you were confused about, but I most definitely was when I first started this game. So there was actually, in fact, an entire army fighting another army, and for some reason you're the only one now. Whatever that reason is, I have no clue. I don't see why that'd make this huge hole if there was nothing there. Huh, whatever. Oh, so not one of these.
You're the son of Owl.
What happened?
Thieves at Hirata Estate. You must hurry. The divine error.
What year is it?
What year? An odd question.
Tell me.
It's the year of the Dragon Spring pilgrimage.
And he just
Dragon
dies.
Spring pilgrimage. That was 3 years ago. What is this? The sculptor mentioned an old memory. I don't remember any of this, but it appears this is the past.
I also have no idea what the Dragon Spring pilgrimage is, so yeah. You'd be just as clueless as I am. Oh, and that's also called a douche guppy, because it's not really a guppy, but it is really douchey, and guppy just works better. Those fish will completely destroy your entire day if you go say hi to one. So, if you're playing, I suggest not saying hi to one. I do like catching people on fire. I don't see why they keep making these pathways if there's nothing. Okay, so that red symbol that you saw pop up above my head, that means that there's a non-unlock. Those suck. So I just need to do this or a dash to get away from it. And later on in the game, you can actually unlock abilities to where you can smash. Like if somebody does a thrust attack, you can push the end of their sword down and climb up it. It's one of the cool things. Hi. I don't know why I'm saying hi. Can you still hear me? Oh no, I'm not saying hi to the fish. Never mind. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. You can tell me to, but I'm just not gonna. I don't want to lose my stuff. It sucks so bad. I mean, you can't really kill them. They have one of the biggest health bars in the entire game. Oh no. Yes, by the way, I do feel bad about killing wolves in this nature. Oh, almost got hit by an unblockable. The best part about unblockables though is that it opens them up to heavy attacks. You can do the same thing. So now oils are useful. I'm sure you saw that just pop up on the screen, but oils are super useful, except for the fact that whenever you break them, you're also covered in oil. So if you're fighting an enemy that uses fire, you're potentially just screwing yourself over. It's not really all that effective. But if you are fighting an enemy where only you can use fire, those aren't very elegant side attacks. More oil, right. Possession balloon. I almost guarantee I will not want to be on the ground for what's about to happen. Ooh, perfect, another one of these. I only found a few different reasons to use gold the last time that I played, so I'm not all too worried about it. The biggest problem with all that stuff is that you lose... Oh, okay, so that's the unseen 8. I just tried to point out it like you guys can see where my finger was, but that percentage is super important. So actually, voice crack. no real good way out of this. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Guess I should probably go down here. Seems like the safest route. Got some little cross thing. And yes, the crosses do build up as you collect them. I did not realize that the first time that I played. I think this is... Oh, I need to get the one about stealth, because I'm not very good at actually playing stealth. It's super useful, but I'm really not good at it. Speaking of stealth, let's see if we can make it through here without having to kill people. That guy's going to most definitely see us. Yeah, well, that's one down, so they're not taking it down. So there's gold. Yeah, that was really, that was all luck. There was literally no way that should have happened. Oh, there's more? There's more? I did not know that. Okay, so this is gonna suck. We're gonna do this thing called running away like a little baby. Not that. That's the one that can do my health. Ooh, no, no. Come on, double down. Perfect. Perfect, yeah. That's called avoiding being in the hand. Ooh, no. No, they still got me. They still found me. Okay, so we're just gonna continue running. As much as possible. I'm gonna kill this dude. Feel completely horrible. I'm gonna feel something better about myself. Just think of this dude. Somehow every single person on the street, other than him, saw me. Doesn't really make much sense. I'm pretty sure there's a way out of this. No, I don't have time to talk to you. I have to go open this door. Okay, this. That's called completely cheesing. If I was a good player, I would have killed all those. I am not, so I've never seen this one. Oh crap, that's super useful. Reduces the amount of posture damage that you take. Because if somebody is doing if somebody's able to drop your posture all the way down, it pretty much just destroys you. Super ultra useful. Actually, oh. Oh wow, that was completely luck and a lot more smooth than I expected it to be. Anyway, 2 douche crows, so since there's not really anything in that building, we are going to avoid it. But we're going to go attach this axe to the prosthetic, because it's extremely useful compared to shurikens, which are only really useful if you're using a stealth build. We're going to rest first. Attached, and then we can go back and try that again. But the good part about the axe is that it breaks people's guards, even if they are blocking. It's basically an unblockable attack that you can use, which is extremely nice to have and looks really cool.
What it seems to go more like. Take this.
What?
It's a note record.
That is a book that you can level up. Yeah, there you go. I'll read that. Owning an esoteric text of a combat style will allow its skills to be acquired in the sculptor's idle skill menu. Each enemy defeated provides skill experience. Skill points are acquired once enough experience is gained, which can be spent to unlock skills. Some skills can be learned by obtaining items or defeating enemies. Another huge part of that is that every single time you die, you
The stag, a disease.
I'm sorry, my dragon rod.
I'm pissed
I
at.
talked about it. But every single time you die, you lose half of that as well, just as much as you lose money. Okay. And then connect that here. No. I'm gonna keep accidentally doing that, I can tell. But whenever I want to use this now, I can click the normal button, and then if the axe comes out, I can hit people with it. Super, super useful. Acquire skills. I do have points. Okay, thrust. Ultra useful. So if I wanted to go stealth, that'd be super, super useful for me. I do have 8 of those in standby. Okay. We should be good. I'm going to give this one more try, but if I die, I have to go and eat dinner. Because like any other normal human being, eating is entertaining for me.
Open up! Open up or else! I can hear you whispering in there! If you don't surrender peaceably now, you're gonna regret it later! Hey! Can you hear me? Hey!
The axe hits hard.
Try not to move, it'll make your wounds worse.
I must go. There is a shinobi hunter among the bandits. He's highly skilled. If I don't face him... Oh!
I forbid it. You are in no condition.
Shinobi hunter.
You're the...
Yes.
What good are you? You wouldn't tell me you didn't lead the timing of their attack. Yes, I hope you...
Alright. Apparently he was not very happy with the way things went out.
Who are you?
I'm not a thief.
You're honorable shinobi. Those filthy band, they've already climbed the hill, and it looked as if the young lord had... I beg of you, shinobi. I entrust this...
Oh,
I pray it
and a doit.
Thank you.
And a doit? Yes. Perfect, that is exactly what I totally meant to say.
Hey, good sir, are you... Well, in any keep your eyes... Oh, by the... While I was on my way here, I saw... It was I bet there's some kind of... That's what I think, at least.
Well, there better be some treasure. That is sad. It's really sad. Some of these are breakable. Let's try a different entrance and these little thin ones. If we can find some thin ones, then they're breakable. I just do not know where to go for that. Sorry. I'm all congested from allergies. People with shields. This is where this axe is going to come in. I'm just gonna come down. And looks really cool. Can't tell me it doesn't look awesome. Literally, if you just walk around this man, long enough. Normally, get around them and do a backstab, but that does not let me. Stuff in the bottom left and right of this. But there are also douche fish in those waters. I have to deal with that. There's some pretty thin stalks. See if I can cheese this as well. Nope. Stealth kill the archer before I start dealing with that. No one knows this place. Yes, this man has 2 red dots in the form. Oh, you got me. Well, I guess that's it for me. Actually, no, I can follow it. But, there's 2 red dots in the form. But, that means that it takes 2 whole entire posture bars to kill him, instead of just 1. And if I have time after I'm done eating, I will start the stream again. But if any of you guys enjoyed the stream tonight and you are not already subscribed to the channel, then, if you... my voice crack. But if you could subscribe, that would mean the absolute world to me. I will see you guys hopefully later tonight, but if I cannot, then I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll try to make my streams more often than they used to be, but I'll see you guys later. You guys are see the end of my stream. Hey guys.